As indicated in the presentation of these videos dedicated to only pigs and poultry, energy is very important in terms of cost and in terms of role on performance of animals. But how is energy evaluated? And more specifically, how is net energy evaluated? If we look at the energy utilization in animals, we have to start first from gross energy. Gross energy is the heat of combustion of the feed, but the problem is that gross energy is not really fully available to the animal. You have some energy losses, first in the feces, and then in the gas and in the urines. When you subtract these losses from gross energy, you get first digestible energy, or DE, and then metabolizable energy, or ME. But in pigs and in poultry, gas energy is rather negligible, and usually it is neglected. In addition, in poultry, feces and urine are mixed, and then only the ME concept is used for poultry. So you have plenty of factors affecting energy digestibility and ME over the ratio. But the most important factors that should be considered in that will be totally ignored in that presentation, and will focus more on the next step, which concern net energy. So this next step, which is very important, includes the so-called heat increment, that is a loss of energy, and the ratio between net energy, or NE, is called K, or the efficiency of ME for net energy. But one first difficulty when you talk about net energy is that heat increment is a concept, but it is not measured directly. Indeed, when you look at heat production of an animal, you measure the total heat production of that animal. That is easy. But that heat production over a 1 day period, for instance, here, is rather variable, and it is including different components. A major component of heat production, which is the minimal heat production over a day, and which is constant, obtained under fasting condition, is the so-called fasting heat production, or FHP. But you have also some heat production related first to the physical activity of the animal, and then to the feed utilization. So this activity and feed utilization, or feed heat production, are mostly related to the fact that the animal is ingesting feed and is digesting, metabolizing, and using that energy for its requirements. So what we call heat increment at the end is the addition of activity heat production and feed heat production. And also, as shown on that figure, heat increment, which is the most important parameter we are looking for, is then equal to total heat production minus fasting heat production. So if we include this heat increment value as heat production minus fasting heat production in our previous diagram, you can obtain the net energy value, which is equivalent now to ME minus heat production plus fasting heat production.